Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? Here at Galaxy Games with Dylan Hurst, who is going to be here to quench our thirst with his water deck, aka Mermails. He actually got 38th place a couple weeks ago at the South Park Regional with a deck going X3. Just missed out on his invite, but still pretty cool to see. A deck like Mermails that's kind of lower on the tier scale right now, doing pretty well. So let's get right into it.
So I played 3 Neptibus. He is the best card in the deck. Him and a Water Monster, him and a Instant Fusion is an OTK unless your opponent can stop it.
Right.
But most times they can't stop. So 3 Heavy Infantry as well for Neptibus food. Use it to pop any face-up card. It unfortunately targets, so it's hard against Cosmos. But it's an old card, but it's still good. And then 2 Marksmen blows up any face-down card. A lot of times during the regional, my opponent kind of bricked, and they would just set a card, and I would use Marksman, pop it, and I would just OTK them right then and there.
Yeah.
2 Dragoons. It's kind of crazy how much you can abuse them. So he's going to be your favorite target to send off Neptibus because you get 2 searches off 1 card.
Yeah.
Essentially, and generally, if you have the right build, you can use his effect 3 to 4 times in 1 turn.
Yeah.
And that's all for the Atlantean engine. Next, for the Mermail engine, I played 3 Mermail Abyssteus. You discard 1 Water Monster to special summon him, and you get a level 4 or lower Mermail. He's a good. You can send Dragoons and get all your OTK pieces and everything else.
It's also the most efficient high-level guy since you only have to discard 1.
Yes.
Helps you for your rank 7 plays.
Yeah, and he's too good. There's a reason he was at 1 in the OCG. And then I played 2 Megalo. A lot of people ask me why I don't play 3. I find 3 a little cloggy. I used to play 3, and a lot of times I would just top deck him, and that would be game if I played 3. So I cut him down to 2. He's really good. And then I played 1 Abyss Lead, so I can do the 4-card hand loop if necessary. I don't do the 4-card hand loop a lot because with PK Fire and other decks that just have really crazy graveyard effects, I generally don't want to take cards from their hand because I take cards from their hand and they could just change the game. And then I played 1 Lindy for an Abyss Spear target, or you could just Saturn your opponent will attack Blindlander.
And then lead with Lind is also a pretty nice beater you can summon.
Yeah. He's also got a effect. If you discard 3, you can get a Mermail Spell or Trap out of grave, but you never usually get that far into the game, hopefully. 1 Abyss Pike. He's good. You normal summon him or special summon him, and you pitch a water, and you can get a level 3 water. So you can search out her or Marksman or even Gundy. And then for the last of the Mermails, Mermail Abyss Gundy. You discard her and you can special summon a Mermail out of grave. So the main strategy I like to incorporate is you discard him and her to summon this, and then she goes off and you can get him back. So you get 2 almost 3,000 beaters for the cost of 1. And then I played 1 Malanglacia, the Elemental Lord. He's also part of the 4-card hand loop. He's alright right now. It's like against Cosmos, it's good taking cards out of their hand, but almost every other deck it doesn't really hurt too much. And if he gets bounced or destroyed or something, you can't attack, and that kind of ruins your whole OTK strategy. Next, I played 3 Gamma Seal. At the regional, he did a lot of work. It's good for triviaing Cosmos ships, which I think Cosmos are probably the hardest matchup for this deck. And then Crystal Wing just came out not too long ago in Shiny Victories, and he's a real problem for Mermails as well.
Yep.
So he's a good out to all that and all the tower decks and everything. And then last for the water monsters, one Deep Sea Diva. She's like basically Neptibus 4. She's really great, and
there's a reason she's limited to 1.
there's another. She's a reason. And then I play 2 Maxi in the main as well, because like I said, with PK Fire and all the other decks that special summon, sometimes your opponent will just stop right then and there, and they'll stop getting the resources.
Or if they're going first, they'll just give you enough cards to be able to go off on your turn.
Yeah, I was playing against Raid Raptors once here at our locals, and the guy took the Maxi challenge, and it was because of him I was able to OTK him through the Raid Raptor towers, so he wasn't happy. That's it for all the monsters. I believe it's around 27. I haven't counted a lot. Next are the spells. I play 3 Instant Fusion. You definitely want to get to Norden as fast as possible still. Making Dweller, it's really great in this deck. And a lot of times I find in this deck, if I'm able to make Dweller, I win, and if I don't make Dweller, I lose.
Right.
So,
especially with the meta right now being so grave reliant.
Yeah. I play 1 Ray of Greed. The card's really broken sometimes. You shuffle 2 water monsters and you draw 3 cards. So it does really good work. I like it at 1 though. I feel 2's too cloggy.
Yeah, it just can unbrick some awkward hands sometimes.
Yeah, and then 1 Regeki for board wipes. 1 for 1 to get to Neptibus as quick as possible.
Yep.
Twin Twister, so I have something that can discard Gundy if need be, so she'll go off.
Now, do you feel 1 was enough at the event, or that 1 is enough in this build?
1 Twin Twister, I like it at 1 because I don't always really want to discard. I really just want to discard Gundy.
Right.
That's the only one I really want to discard for that. Next, I play Soul Charge. It's not a bad card. It's kind of slow, but it's good. You can get your Meglos and stuff out of the grave.
Can help you make some pretty hard to break boards if you're going first.
Yeah. Next, I play. I call it Savage because it helps you get Neptibus or Deep Sea Diva back, or even both.
Yeah, you call it Savage because the opponent takes the L.
Yeah. And then I played Mizuchi in the main. It was with Monarchs. Monarchs are a really hard matchup as well, but it negates spells effects and it boosts your guys all up 800. So with Megalo being able to attack twice
at 32.
Yeah, at 32. That's
really good.
Yeah, that's it for the spells. I played 4 traps. I played 2 Solemn Strikes. They're really they're not budget friendly. No. But they really help out with the Cosmo matchup. If you're looking to stay on the cheaper side by playing this deck, Forbidden Chalice is really good. You can use it against Cosmos to make them force their tag outs a little early or something.
Yeah.
Or even Royal Decree. Royal Decree would be really good right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a card that's similar to it, there's Chaos Trap Hole. Kind of on a lower end, there's Divine Wrath. That has the same effect for the monster negation, but for discarding a card, which doesn't make it as good. But if you want to stay budget friendly, then that's a sacrifice you have to make sometimes.
Yeah. And then Solemn Warning to go along with it as well.
Beautiful ulti.
Thank you. This is the pickup of the day. And I paid this Spirit to get to Lindy, kind of help keep hands a little less bricky.
I feel like the one Abyss Sphere is still good right now with how the deck wants to kind of win games quickly.
Yeah, because you get some kind of funky hands sometimes, and sometimes using Abyss Spear to get to Lindy and having her die is really speeds the deck up sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's it for the main deck. It should be 40 cards. Last I counted was on the extra deck.
Sure.
I played Thousand Eyes Restrict for another instant fusion target. It never came up. I've never really used it. I'm definitely probably going to take it out.
Yeah.
And then I played Norden as well. Norden is so busted in this deck. Making Dweller with him is just beautiful.
Yeah.
And then next is 2 Dweller. He boosts all your guys up 500, and then he can negate all the graveyard effects.
Yeah.
So all your opponents just kind of scoop for.
Yeah, that's what people kind of forget about Dweller, at least with this deck, is that he actually helps your OTKs, because he not only boosts himself by 5, but all your monsters by 5. So, like, Megalo with the Equipped spell with Dweller on the field is 37 that can attack twice.
Yes.
Which is insane.
Yeah, that's how I got over the Raider after Towers.
Oh, yeah, so 35, yeah.
Yeah, so, and then it was able to attack twice. I think it was 8,400 after it was all said and done through the Towers.
Wow.
Yeah, so next was Hope Wolven Spider Shark. He's pretty good, but like I've said, it's Dweller or bust really when it comes to making rank 4s in this deck.
Yeah.
So, and then I played Utopia and Utopia the Lightning to kind of help my Cosmo matchup. I never really made it either, but it's really good against the Cosmos.
Yep.
So that's it for all the rank 4s, and then now on to the Synchros. I played Tatsunoko. So the way I use him a lot is I make him with Deep Sea Diva and Neptibus, obviously. And it's just, I usually use it to help set up Malin Glacia plays. Just take stuff away. And then he usually gets me enough. And then you can Synchro summon from the hand, which is really great.
Yeah.
So then I also played Gungnir. I didn't make Gungnir at all. But it's still really good because you send water monsters to grave. You can pop 2 cards with them, and then depending on the water monsters you send, they go off for their effects as well.
Yeah.
Because Gungnir is water. And then it's Trish. Trish is just staple if you can make a level 9 Synchro, I think.
Yeah.
But and then last but not least was Leo. I made Leo a lot. Unfortunately, like I said, Crystal Wing and Top Decky Narkeki is a thing. That's all for the Synchros. Now on to the rank 7s. Played Gaios, Big Eye, Dracosac. Dracosac's part of the 4-card hand loop as well. And then Red Eyes Flare Metal. I made him 3 or 4 times because right now with the meta, everything's like a level 5 or lower, or level 5 or higher, I apologize.
Yeah.
And he says they can't attack, and then any monster that's got less than 2,800 attack, he can affect failure of the opponent's side of the board, pretty much.
Yeah.
So he's really good. Plus, you can equip your equip spell onto him as well.
Yeah, since he is a Mermail.
Yes. So that's it for the extra deck. 15 cards. On to the sideboard. I played 2 Valor.
Yep.
Because Valorine, Idea, and Eidos is just too good. 3 System Downs. Because, like I said, Cosmos are really hard to fight sometimes.
Also pretty good against Klee right now.
Yeah, really good against Klee as well. I text Citizen, and what I did is when I played PK Fire or any trap-heavy deck, I sided this in, and I sided out Mizuchi. And what this does is, just like Mizuchi, it negates... Mizuchi negates spell effects after they resolve, which is kind of weird how it's worded.
Yeah.
But this negates trap cards after they resolve.
Yeah.
So like against PK Fire, and if you even wanted to Cosmos,
Yeah.
that was really good.
And it's even the same boost too at 800, so you don't really lose anything off of it.
Yep. I actually mained it for a while, but I decided I wanted to go back to Mizuchi. And then I played 1 Twin Twister in case I ever found that I didn't have enough back row removal. But with Marksman and that 1 Twin Twister that I made, it's usually enough.
So you don't think you really needed like I guess technically the 3rd Twin Twister on the side or like any other MSTs?
No, not really.
Okay.
Next, 2 Forbidden Chalice. Because Majesty's Fiend is evil, basically. So this deck has a real hard problem getting over Majesty's Fiend sometimes because you can't really activate any of your effects to special summon your bigs.
Yeah.
So I always use this to kind of Valor him on my turn, and then I could pop him with heavy infantry or something.
Right.
And then I played 3 Royal Decree because this is against PK Fire and other trap heavy decks. It's too good.
Yep. And again, like road decks are rising right now with card demise, especially Klee, demise, stun. So
yeah,
really need it for those decks.
Yeah. And then next was 3 Masker Restricts, because I didn't like Majesty's Fiend.
Right.
So that's it for the deck, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.
So really quick, what's the name of the channel that you guys are doing right now?
Me and my friend Connor Stone and Tyler Hooper, we started our own YouTube page. It's called Team Oversight.
Yep.
We're really young, and we're really trying to get into this thing, so I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys would come out and check us out and like, comment, subscribe, and even try to reach out and tell us what deck profiles you'd like to see as well.
Yeah, they've actually got his deck profile on there as well. I'll leave a link in the description below so you guys can check it out. So yeah, thank you very much for the deck profile, Dylan. As well for me, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm a small YouTube channel too, so I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys next time.